Success shouldn't feel this exhausting. If you're winning on paper, but burning out behind the scenes, you aren't failing. You're stuck in a psychological bottleneck called a hurdle of stop. I've been there. On the outside, things look great, but I was secretly burning out, convinced I was just lucky, and waiting to be exposed as a fraud. I realized I didn't have a business problem. I had a mindset block. Whether it's imposter syndrome, perfectionism, or fear or failure, these aren't just feelings. They are growth bottlenecks. Identify your specific hurdle and get one immediate action step to regain your momentum today. Go to tuepodcast.net/quiz. That's tuepodcast.net/quiz to take the 3-minute assessment and get your report now. Salutations, Skoobeliever. Do you have a dream of becoming an entrepreneur, but don't know where to start or even what to do? Where can I gather information quickly about what's in my zone of genius? Don't worry, Skoobelievers. I got you covered. Go to tuepodcast.net/AI prompt and check out an amazing set of AI prompts that will give you ideas, information, and articles to help you get across that start line. Once again, go to tuepodcast.net/AI prompt to get you started now. Good luck, Skoobeliever. Welcome to The Undiscovered Entrepreneur, the podcast where brand new entrepreneurs come to life and could quite possibly be discovered. Join me, DJ Skoob, and the rest of the Skoobelievers as we help these new businesses become a reality. And now, away we go! Hello, Skoobeliever, and surprise! That's right, we have a special episode here for anybody that wants to listen to it. 19 and a half. I just thought I'd throw this extra one in here because, well, the interview that I did here was really kind of important to me. And the other thing, too, was it didn't go as well as I hoped it would as far as the audio is concerned. When I originally did this interview, I had actually forgot to hit the record button. Something that's actually a common occurrence in podcasting, but fortunately, I actually had a backup camera. Now, I have a backup camera to show behind the scenes of my podcast and what I do when I'm podcasting for my Patreon listeners. And what I did was I just ripped the audio out of that to do my show. Now, the kind of problem with that is the audio isn't really as high a quality as it normally would be, but I really feel it was kind of important to put this episode out for Genny, who is my guest in my podcast today. And also, Genny needs a lot of help, and I was trying to help her as much as I could. I almost turned into a coaching session, but I would like you as the listeners and any followers that I have going on to probably, I don't know, if we could think of a way to help Genny in any way, shape, or form to get her entrepreneur adventure on the road. It would be much appreciated. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play the interview with Genny. Salutations, Skoobelievers, and we are here again with another amazing brand spanking new entrepreneur. Today we're here with Genny. Hi, Genny. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Hey, thanks for joining us on The Undiscovered Entrepreneur. Now I have a really kind of serious question to ask you, okay? You ready?
Yes.
All right. Are you a Skoobeliever?
Yes.
Excellent. All right. Thanks, Genny. Thank you so much for being a Skoobeliever. So what I'd like you to do is just kind of tell me a little bit about yourself, and your entrepreneur adventure and how long you've actually been doing it for.
Well, right now I'm living in Maryland, and I've been doing it for like a year about. I haven't really been successful in gaining customers.
Yeah, getting customers can be really difficult, especially when you're just getting started and just kind of getting your name out there. So what actually made you want to start your candle making business? I mean, what was the thing that got you started?
Well, I did see other people doing it, but I always wanted to start my own business, and I really enjoy candles, like fragrance candles.
Oh, fragrance. Okay. Do you have different types of fragrances?
Yeah, mostly fruit types. Those are my favorite.
Fruit type? Do you have a favorite fruit candle you like to make?
Like blueberry pancakes or those kind of strawberry lemonade.
Oh boy, I can use some blueberry pancakes right now. I'm starving. Anyway, I don't want to eat your candle. All right. Well, that's good. It's nice to have, something to do, something to pass the time as you're going on and, possibly make something of it later on, especially if you're really talented at it. Now, it sounds like to me that, one of the questions I like to ask is pitfalls and problems that most people have, but I think you've kind of explained that to me a little bit, where you're having a difficult time getting customers. Is that right?
Yes.
What have you tried so far to start gaining customers?
I tried advertising on Facebook, OfferUp, different websites, different groups.
Different types of like Facebook groups and things like that?
Yeah.
Has anything worked better than others? Like, have you got more like connection with anything else, like more of like people on Facebook groups or on WhatsApp or anything like that? Anybody communicating with you at all?
I guess WhatsApp. I got one customer, but it's somebody that my husband knows, so it's not really.
Oh, it still counts.
Like enough.
No, it still counts as long as it's somebody that's even if it's heck, my mom watches my show all the time. That counts. I count that. All right. So, do you have anybody that you look up to or anybody that influences you in what you do? I mean, like a mentor or anything like that?
No.
You don't have anybody that you follow to kind of push you along and that kind of thing?
But I watch different YouTube videos, like people that make the candles and see how they do it.
Okay. Do you have a specific one that you like subscribe to and watch their stuff constantly?
No, just all different types.
All different types. When I first got started as a podcaster, I found one person, and I just subscribed to it and just started watching everything that they do. Instead of watching like a whole different types of people to doing 8 or 10 different ways of doing the exact same thing, I kind of stuck with one person and just learned what they knew and then kind of went from there. And then once I learned their way, I kind of just changed it to fit my personality. So my guy that I listen to, if everybody's listened to me talk about this guy nonstop, is Pat Flynn, who is a very famous entrepreneur and podcaster. So I think instead of watching a whole lot of different people doing a whole lot of different things, pick about like 2 or 3 people to subscribe to their YouTube channel and start concentrating on what they're doing and accomplishing and then kind of mimic what they're doing. They won't mind that you're copying them, trust me. So, and I would definitely try to find somebody that you can reach out to that may be a candle maker themselves that you can maybe emulate or, kind of follow what they're doing, and that way you can learn more. It sounds like you already know how to make candles. You just need the rest of the pieces to put the puzzle together, right?
Yeah, the candle making part I got, but it's the customers.
So it's marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah, marketing's tough. I've actually talked to 2 or 3. I've had 2 or 3 interviews of people that told me marketing's probably the hardest thing they can do. But once they actually get it down, it's actually going to help you out a lot. So hopefully, maybe we can find somebody to help you learn how to market. I could definitely get a hold of a couple of people that I've interviewed, and maybe we can get together on that.
Sounds good.
All right. So let me ask you this question then. I know you're literally just getting started, but do you have an end goal in mind? Like, when do you think you've made it? When do you think you've finally got to that end part where you can be comfortable and say you've made it to the other end? What does that look like to you?
I guess once I have steady customers, like at least 30 or, certain amount of steady customers.
Mm-hmm. And after you have those customers, what do you think you're going to do?
and try to get others. At least I'll have like a steady, income and knowing that I'm having people to buy it.
Okay, so you're looking. Okay, you know what? I'm going to take out steady income. I like that. Having a steady income is definitely a made-up moment for me too. But yeah, that's definitely going to be a great thing if you can get a steady income going and where you make it, and then you can use that money to go on to maybe expand out to bigger, better things. That would be great. That's definitely something to think about when you're looking for those goals for yourself. Kind of work your way to your goal and then work your way back. Like, I want this goal, so if I want to make it this goal, take a step back and say, okay, what's one step back from that, and work your way backwards. That way, when you get to the point where you're at now, you know how to move forward. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's just say, for example, that I want to start making candles, just like you. What first steps would I take to start making candles?
Do a lot of research.
What kind of research do you think what did you do? What kind of research did you do?
How to make the candles, a lot of background information.
Okay. So was there a specific book that you read or a specific YouTube video that you watched or something that you kind of watched or followed constantly to make sure?
I watched a lot of YouTube videos and research just in general online. Like the best wax, just everything that is involved with candle making.
Okay. What's the best wax? What's the best wax that you use?
I use beeswax.
Beeswax. That's amazing. Back in my episode 7, I talked to Dragos. Dragos was a beekeeper in the UK, and he always talked about bee products, and one of the things he liked talking about, not on the podcast, but in general, was beeswax. I don't expect you to get beeswax all the way from the UK, but it's definitely something to think about if you can get fresh bee. Do you use store beeswax, or do you have an inside source for beeswax?
I use different websites like Candle Science, and that's where I get it from.
Candle Science. I'm going to write that one down. Excellent. All right, that's good. See, you know how to get started. That's a good thing. That's definitely awesome. Now, I'm going to transition to a different question here, and this is one of my favorite questions, but I kind of stole it from somebody else, so sorry, everybody. What is one question you wish I would have asked you but didn't? Is there one question you want to make sure that I ask you, that way you can answer it?
I think you asked just about everything.
That's okay. That's all right. All right. So, do you have a goal for yourself in the next 6 months? Where do you see yourself in the next 6 months?
Hopefully making candles and having customers.
Okay. Could you be a little more specific than that? I mean,
just having a steady income and continuing to make the candles, having to buy more, actually being busy with it.
Okay. And the next 6 months, how many customers do you think you might be able to pull together? Any idea, any goal that you could set for yourself?
I would say 20.
20 customers in 6 months?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, that's good. That can definitely get you going. Then they could tell their friends where they got their candles, and then maybe they can bring you some more people, right?
Yeah, it's all about word of mouth. Once you have even 20, that could lead to 100. It's all about word of mouth.
Exactly. What have you been doing to get word of mouth about your company? Anything specific?
Well, I asked the person that did buy to refer to other people, but I guess I didn't get anything out of that.
Sometimes it's good to ask them to do that, but sometimes you need to follow up with them to say, hey, have you come across anybody? Sometimes they forget, so you can just, give them an email back or a call back and say, hey, have you happened to run into anybody that, that might be looking for a candle? So they'll go, oh, wait a minute. Yeah. And, they just haven't thought about it until you reminded them. Sometimes the fortune's in the follow-up, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask you this. If anybody wants to get a hold of you about your candles, and what I'm going to do, everybody, is I'm actually going to post some of her candles on my Instagram, and on some of my other channels to see if anybody's looking for some candles. We're going to try to get Genny some customers. That way she could reach her goal. Okay, everybody. So if anybody wants to look at that, my Instagram is UE Podcast 2021, and I'm going to see if I can put a couple on my blog, and we'll see if we can get some people to look at your candles. Okay, Genny. Now, if anybody wants to yeah, for sure. Now, if anybody wants to get a hold of you, how do we get a hold of you in case we want to look at some of these candles that you got?
Well, I have an Instagram. It's Pleasant Smells.
Pleasant Smells?
Yeah.
Is it just like it sounds, or is it spelled kind of funky, or is it just how it is?
How it sounds.
Okay, good. Do you have anything else besides Instagram?
That's the main place where I post everything.
Mm-hmm. Anything on? Do you post anything on Facebook about your candles?
On certain groups, not directly.
Not like right on there, like into feeds and whatnot.
No, but they could also contact me directly, like to my number.
Okay. Now, how do we get a hold? I mean, is that a WhatsApp number? Is that how that works?
Well, the WhatsApp, yeah, I can give my WhatsApp number.
What is your WhatsApp number?
443-802-0774.
All right. So if anybody wants to take a look at these candles and talk to Genny directly and see if we can get her some help there, contact her on her WhatsApp, or you could contact her on Instagram, and I'll have that all in the show notes. Okay. So what I'm going to do with you, Genny, is in 6 months, I'm going to go ahead and follow up with you. Okay. And I want to see how you're doing. I want to see if you've actually reached 20 customers. That's going to be our goal for you in the next 6 months. Okay. So in 6 months, I want to see 20 customers actually bought candles from you. And I also want you to follow up with those 20 customers and see if we can get 100 more after that. Is that okay?
Okay, sounds good.
All right. Genny, thank you so much for being on the show. It's been an absolute pleasure, and hopefully we'll help you out a little bit. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Stay tuned for the wrap-up, all right? Have a good day. All right, everybody. That was Genny Grady. Hey, thank you for listening all the way through and kind of putting up with the bad audio. But as you could see, I really wanted to help Genny and try to help her kind of continue on with her candle making and kind of help her find a path to getting her some customers and things of that nature. So I'm making pretty much a call out to any of the candle makers that are listening, any of the marketers that might be listening, to contact Genny and just give her some advice. We're kind of at a point where we don't have a whole lot of money at this point, but I want to still be able to help her out. So anybody that's willing to help Genny with some ideas, please contact her, and her contact information will definitely be in the show notes. All right, I'm going to cut this one short because this is a special edition. I really hope to see you in episode 20, which we're actually doing something really super special because we're hitting episode 20. So look out for it, okay? All right, Skoobeliever, thank you very much for listening, and y'all have a great day, okay? Hello there, DJ Skoob here, and I just want to personally say thank you for listening to my program. I really hope you learned something. Tune in 2 weeks to listen to another brand new entrepreneur. And remember, I can, I am, I will, and I'm doing it today. As a worker of 2 full-time jobs, running a podcast and coaching, every minute counts in my day-to-day. It's hard to be consistent in any of my social medias. And at this point, I cannot hire a social media manager. Pinnacle AI to the rescue! I've been using Pinnacle AI for a couple of weeks now. I've seen big improvements in my outreach and consistency in all my social medias. Do you want to save time and increase your productivity too? Go to tuepodcast.net/AI for more information. Save yourself time and grow your brand. Try it now and see what it can do for you.
Hello, Skoobelievers. Let me ask you a real quick question.
How many cups of coffee have you had today? 3, 5, 7? And let me guess, you've got a Red Bull in the other hand just in case, right? Yeah, I see you. Now, here's the truth bomb nobody wants to hear. You're not building a business. You're building a caffeine dependency. Listen, I get it. When you're grinding 12, 14, 16-hour days, you're building something from nothing. When you've got payroll to meet, investors to impress, and visions that won't wait. You need fuel. But what if I told you that the fuel that you're using is actually slowing you down? What if the very thing that you think is keeping you sharp is actually making you dull? Enter Rise Coffee. This isn't your grandma's mushroom tea. This isn't some hippie wellness trend. This is science meets performance. And here's what makes Rise different. Less than half the caffeine of a regular cup of coffee. But here's the kicker. You won't miss it. 6 organic powerhouse mushrooms, including cordyceps, what Olympic athletes use, and lion's mane, what Silicon Valley biohackers swear by. Sustained energy that doesn't spike and crash. We're talking smooth, clean power from morning to moonlight. Crystal clear focus without the jitters. Imagine closing the deal with calm, confident mind instead of the caffeine chaos. Gut health and immune support, because what's the point of building an empire if you're too sick to enjoy it? So here's the challenge to you. Stop borrowing energy from tomorrow. Stop running on fumes and call it a hustle. Stop wearing your caffeine addiction like a badge of honor. Real entrepreneurs optimize, real entrepreneurs adapt, real entrepreneurs win. You can't win if you're crashing at 2 p.m. while your competition is just getting started. Break the cycle. Head to risesuperfoods.com right now and use code PODNA15 for 50% off your first order. That's PODNA15 for 15% off. Try it for 30 days. If you don't feel the difference, if you don't feel sharper, calmer, more focused, more alive, then go back to your 6-a-day cup habit. But I'm telling you, we won't, because once you feel what real energy feels like, you'll never go back. Ditch the addiction, fuel your empire, and rise up. Rise Coffee, energy that builds, not burns.